Hello, my friends. Our second video today, because the first one we did for live stream, and I love it. I have to say that I always loved people. I was 7 years old, and before I was even 7 years old, my mom sent me for camp because she was organizing camps for the workplace, and the children were not allowed to be under 7. And so she sent me, and she said, Violunia will be perfect. No, you stay here, you stay here. And the boss was saying, no, she will be crying all the time. And my mom said, not her. She will be happy to be around people. And she came back. My mom came a week later on the weekend, and the boss was saying, the organizer is saying, we never had anyone like that. She loves to be around people. She is telling the older kids not to cry, not to have a homesick. Mommy will come, don't worry. So it was, I was feeling like I'm in heaven being around people. This is something that...
We had our own little support group today too.
Oh, we had fun.
It was so good.
Well, we were talking about Trump having a breakdown during his dream.
Yep. Oh, yeah, having some weird dreams and then posting them on Twitter, but then taking it back. So, yeah,
but the dream about him dreaming that he was on ventilator, so it means that he was on ventilator. His health was in the jeopardy, and then the President Reagan put him in the ventilator. So yeah, you can't. It's priceless to have the live streaming. I wish everyone could be with us, but
one day we'll get
one
to
day,
that.
and I will highlight you that the things that we were doing. We have 2 little puppies. Mine might not stand up too long because she is tomboy. She doesn't like to be on laps. And Annie is Tracy's dog. She has nice outfit.
She's a little cuddable. She's got her onesie on today because she's had a haircut.
And we have a snow and icy roads. It's scary to be outside.
Thank you to everybody that sent in questions. Just as a reminder, if you want to submit your own question for me to ask Violetta, you can send them to psychicvioletta.questions@gmail.com. And the email address is also in the description below for you as well. Or you're tired of sitting on my lap already? Okay. That's okay. That's fair. She said,
Vivi will go right the way.
Live stream. Yeah. All right. So I'm starting off with a little bit of a different question today, and I kind of forewarned you that I was going to put you on the spot. So Ginny asked, how do I become more intuitive?
Feel more connected at like lineups, wires were I saw wires connecting like between
telephone wires?
like yeah. And it's odd. Yesterday I had a reading with the winner, and she was asking me similar question.
Yeah.
And I told her, write yourself down every premonition that you have. That was for Patricia. I hope she's not upset that I'm saying that. But we had that winner, and a lot of you. It's nothing to be ashamed. It's people are worried about saying that they have abilities, but they are so hard on themselves. Mm-hmm. So I said, write yourself all the premonitions. Sometimes people will have dreams. The same with dreams. Make sure you write your dreams on on a book, on one page, and the second page leave for notes. Always write the date and the year, because I remember I had the dates, but I forgot what year was that. And I predicted things, and then they happened, but I didn't know how far behind, because when I'm looking once in the book and I thought, oh, there are nice predictions, they were true, but what year was that?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, let yourself to be open, write them down one by one page, make notes so you are not pulling, and then you can share this with your family or with your friend, and then you will have more feeling more on top of it, because we have to be able to go back and tell, you see, I said that.
Mm-hmm.
I was predicting that.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important. That's the reason I'm so happy when I have viewers, because I can connect with you, and everyone has psychic abilities. There is no one. Some people will just look at the person and they know that they have to stay away from that person, and sometimes they have to be burned to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
I had that ability since I was 12 years old. Well, since I was a child, I was dividing people. You are black, you are white person. That doesn't mean that the person had different color of the skin, but I went to my grandfather's place and I was so sick. And two sisters came in and they were like village doctors. They were giving some home remedies, and my mom took me to my grandfather's place. She flew me even so I could lose my coughing symptoms. I had tuberculosis, but they didn't diagnose me the right way that time. They thought that I have whooping cough. And those two ladies came in, two sisters. They were working together. They look very much the same. And I choose one to sit on my bed, but the other one I told, you can't sit on my bed. You are black. I couldn't explain. 3.5-year-old kid have dressed the way. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I saw the first black person when I was probably 7 years old, not before. So it was nothing about the color of the skin. Please don't be offended by me. But there was some black energy about that person. And my grandfather, they left, and my grandfather, my blood, she knows people. My mom is embarrassed. She said, how could I can show my face to those people when she is embarrassing me? And grandpa, she knows people. I don't like that one too. So you see that's something that
you have to listen to our intuition. Yeah,
you let yourself to write. Honestly, you don't have to show to anyone, but then you build your own self-esteem when you are correct. And the same thing, when you have a dream and you want to remember that dream, and that's predictions too. Make sure you don't turn off your body on the other side or sit. Always have the notebook next to your bed, but lay down on the same side and remember the dream. When you move, I'm so sorry. Vivi. When you're moving your head, then everything is kind of lost. We are losing the memories from the dream so fast. But so write yourself, and then when you remember on the logic mind that the dream, write it down.
I like that. Oh, what a great question to start with. Thank you, Jenny, for submitting that.
Thank you.
Something really different to start with.
So many people have similar questions.
Yeah, but really being able to tap into your intuition and listen.
And we all have that. Just we are putting a lid on us and not letting.
Yeah, we do. We totally do.
Yeah,
I totally do. All right.
Oh, I didn't pull the cards for it.
Oh, sorry.
So yes. I will see what the cards are saying. It's always good to know what the cards are saying. Say cut.
Cut.
The grass is greener on another side. When we are connecting with the other side, the grass is always greener. Okay. Count.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Give yourself a star when you were correct. Just make a yellow or gold star or red star on the right side when you were correct. Highlight and award yourself. Be happy what you are doing. Take the chances. It's life is full of chances, so don't feel bad when you are saying something that you have to. And angel of negotiation will help you to negotiate your own ideas, what is correct, what is not, so you are not disillusional.
Oh, I love this. It's like such a different way of starting off to it. I just love it.
Thank you.
Okay, this one's from Elena. If Putin is gone in the next 2 to 3 years, will the next ruler be a Tsar, or could Russia become a democracy?
Okay, and I saw him 2 seats from him, from Putin, in a plane, and there was no wall in the plane. So hopefully that means that he is.
2, 3.
It's a nice nest, like bird's nest.
Okay.
So they will feel like happy family. They will start looking at the world from different point of view. They will be isolated. Somehow they will have different. They will not belong to China. They will not belong to the West. So they will feel isolated, but they will be a nice family for each other.
So it could be leading into that democracy potentially.
Democracy, yes, because in the nest all the birds are the same.
Mm-hmm. So as a follow-up, I believe if I was reading, Elena, if I was reading your email correctly, your family is from there. I was trying to figure out if you were from there as well.
From where?
From Russia. And she says, part of her family was, they were arrested, they were executed, and they had their land and their possessions taken from them. Is there a chance that those people could have their land returned to them eventually?
That was 1918 when there was a big revolution. We don't know if that's anything, because that's what's happened usually during the big revolution. Październik, November, October.
1, 2, 3.
This one I don't understand. It's like you have few earrings in the ear for decoration. Now you can only remember this as somehow as decoration of your family. I don't think you can talk about this, you can listen about that. I don't think you will ever get compensated for that, because they will never let you to do it. You can go back to the childhood memories, or your parents' memory, or grandparents, in that case probably great-grandparents. You can lean for the support of them, but they will need more support from you than you will get from them. That's what you will have to do, and you will be a winner. You are a winner that you run away from over there. So you are much better situation. I don't think you. I was allowed to take only 2 suitcases from Poland. No, we didn't have any land. But when you are leaving the country, and they survive, they run away. So probably that's good for them.
So they can survive.
Because they survive, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Elena. From Nancy, and I'm going to apologize if I say his name incorrectly, but President, I'm assuming it's pronounced Z, X-I, the President of China, President Xi?
Xi,
okay.
I think Xi.
So he's telling China troops to focus on preparing to go to war. Can you see who they're potentially going to war with?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
At least 3 countries, and they are ready. They have already planes ready. It will be somewhere. They are waiting. They are waiting for the occasion to start. That's their dream. They want to be running the whole universe. They want to be the most important country in the world.
I'm just trying to think here. There was somebody else, I didn't have a chance to write it down today, but somebody else wrote in and it was to do with China going to war, and she listed... I know you listed... I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was now that said this, but I know you listed potentially China going to war with, I think it was Hong Kong.
Hong Kong is that they kind of own Hong Kong their own way. They think that's the... So they are not going to... They just want to put the lid on
and
them.
find control.
They just control, not to go the war because it's their property.
And I think India was one of the other ones. Which I wasn't sure if that... Yeah. I might be getting that wrong, though. I apologize.
3
1,
cards for the India.
2, 3. I'm wondering if, I mean... India
that will be the India, that will be economical war. They don't want the real war with them. Protection, they have different goals. The trust issue. India has so many people, they don't want that.
I feel like I might be... Yeah, there's a good chance I'm getting that wrong, so I apologize. I do have your email starred, so I can ask it next time.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you, Nancy, for this question, and I will try and make sure I do a good follow-up for you guys.
It's not an easy question for me.
I know. Kind of a good hard ones here. Okay, from Terry. So I found this was interesting. So I guess Obama passed it as a law that every ex-president receives security and support from the Secret Service once they are done.
Out of the office, yes.
So Terry's asking, when Trump's presidency is over, will he decline Secret Service protection?
Oh, he wouldn't like that. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
But he thinks he will use the snowshoes to protect him. I think he will... Snowshoes, you're going through this environment that there is nothing and it's visible, so he wouldn't like people to see where he is, so he wouldn't like to have the snowshoes.
That makes sense. He doesn't want to be kept under someone else's thumb.
But most judgment, he would... I have the feeling that he will be running, hiding somewhere. And he said that on his rally, that he is thinking about hiding. He thinks he can protect himself, but Melania will get it.
As the first, yeah.
As the first lady.
As the first lady. Thank you, Terry. This one from Jan. So I've got a nice little mix of questions in here today. So from Janet, has Elvis Presley been reincarnated?
Hello, Janet.
And
Thank
if you can
so
see like where or when or who or... Yeah, can you see if he's been reincarnated?
And I knew that question, but I was not brave enough to look at this before we will go through that. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
He's doing some magic in the circus. He didn't want to be born again as a big star, so he is on a stage, but smaller stage, and he's still juggling and doing things. People still love him. He is married to a wonderful lady, and he is happy with his family, so he wants completely different life this time. I know, I was trying not to think about this question, and I didn't plan it, and right now I saw him kind of juggling different lifestyle. Probably that was overwhelming his lifestyle, being in the spotlight, but he still wants to be
wants to perform and entertain.
Yeah, and he loves the people, he loves the family, different lifestyle. Yeah, I was trying not to think about this, and the moment I started thinking about him, I thought, I have to change.
Wait for me. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you, Jan. And we are recording this on the iPad that you
gave us.
Thank you.
This one's from Nan. Is something going on with Teuton causing him to be paranoid?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Why? He has a lot of information from both sides, so he is like a sponge with informations. He is afraid of everything that is coming his way. He is, and he's hiding in his kind of bunker with all those monitors, screens. And he's checking the connecting with people just through the monitors. So he is paranoid about the coronavirus. He is afraid of that, and so that's one of the reason he is afraid. And he is he has the first vaccine, and he is selling the vaccine to Ukraine. And he gave his own daughter, but he is not using. He is still paranoid about himself. Yes, he wants to protect himself and his family, because he thinks that they might attack him from other side. So he is afraid of, or the other, from the grass is greener for other people. They might take him down.
Oh, good reasons to be paranoid. Yeah.
But the longer the dictator is on the pedestal, the harder it is for him to not to be afraid of his position.
Okay, I have one more from Nan. Thanks for sending in questions. Is the FBI and other intelligence agencies keeping tabs on the Trump family so that they can't flee the country?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, if they are on the leash is so long. So they will try. They know that they will try it. They will be broken when the moment that they are not in power. That's what worries them. They have friends all over the world, and they are juggling with money. So they are preparing themselves for the black hour, especially Ivanka.
So if they are being watched, they're being kept on a very long leash.
But very, very long leash, so they might still be able to have enough freedom to hide. And then, I don't know if Israel will extradite Jared Kushner or whatever, or Saudi Arabia.
I almost wonder if the FBI wants them to run.
Yes. Barr would like them to go. But it will be unsafe for the country.
Okay, sorry. This one is from Sophie. Eli Lilly stopped the production of, it's a drug, Regeneron, and this drug was given to Trump.
Ian Lilly, that was the company? I thought that
I might be saying it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, Ian Lilly. Sorry, I thought that.
I have Eli, but
I don't know.
I might be saying it wrong. That's always a possibility with me. But anyway, so he stopped the production, or the company has stopped the production of this Regeneron drug over safety concerns. And again, this drug was given to Trump. So is Trump affected by those safety concerns, and could it have an impact on his erratic behavior? 1, 2, 3. Great question, Sophie.
Yes. I saw that in grade 1 I was saying that I was not diagnosed that I have dyslexia. No one knew. Everyone thought that I'm so smart because I memorized the whole book. And then my teacher figured out that I can't read. So she cut a hole in the piece of paper. And she was putting the word, so I have to read the word without knowing the whole picture, not what the story was about, So she will just open and read me that, and she noticed that I had a problem, a big problem, that I was not adding the letters, I was just remembering the whole page. So this is the big if you don't see the big picture, there is some problem, big problem.
Right.
So they have to look, and that was the reason some of my viewers sent me emails that Arun people and Cheryl, my girlfriend, sent me the same thing. People from Arun, from that company, was that the CEOs was dropping the shares.
Oh.
And that was right away when Don was actually getting the medication. So I think they have a big picture. They don't want us to know. We can't trust them. Oh, shoot. They can be more harmful than they are good. Look, swords. 8 of Swords. People might not completely know what they will be addicted to them, like slaves.
Mm.
We can't trust them because they can make more harm than good. And someone sent me information that Don has some, he owns something in that company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me too. But people are sending me all those things.
So it could explain his erratic behavior then.
Yeah, and that is something that don't trust. You can be hurt, and you don't know everything. You can see it, and with me, it was very humiliating when I knew something was wrong. I knew that something is wrong with me, but I was so ambitious to not letting anyone to know that I'm stupid, because I thought I'm stupid. Everyone know how to read, and I knew I have to go from the other angle.
Mm-hmm.
I was blaming myself, not that they were. And eventually that came to the surface, and I had to start learning. At the end of the year, they didn't keep me in the class, they let me to go. But it was very hard. And for the rest of my life, I'm so paranoid when I have to read a lot, because the letters sometimes they are jumping.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see if this gets brought to light then as well, like a little bit more so anyways.
So it is, you have to live with that problem, but you learn how to live with it. Like Biden had to learn how to control his speech disorder.
Yeah.
We are not perfect, but we have to learn. So I bet he was feeling bad about himself, because people always blaming themselves.
Yeah.
Not Trump, of course not Trump.
All right, my last question that I have for you guys today, I'm going to try and give you guys a bit of a brief back history on this, but I would really encourage you to Google and look into it, because it's called Canada's Global Reset Plan, but if I was reading correctly, there is a chance that this is also going to be happening within other countries, if I was reading some of these articles right. So essentially, what happened was a member of the Liberal Party released an email.
We are talking about Canadian.
Yeah, and it was they tried to make it confidential or something, but essentially it was a leak. And there's this whole reset plan of what they're predicting is going to happen over the next year and into next year. So this includes lockdowns happening again, and stricter lockdowns, the military getting involved and like being placed on the roads, so that there's checkpoints, and travel restrictions would be happening, and stricter travel restrictions, potential for the virus to mutate, and then a kind of like a new virus strain to come out of it, that they would name similar the same but 21 instead. And then also something about a basic income plan that they would try and implement onto people. So if you have the time to Google it and read up on it, it is a very interesting read. So Nancy was the one that brought this to my attention, because I was sitting at the other end of the table and Roman was working at the one end, and I actually asked him, because normally he's our
he knows everything.
He knows everything kind of guy.
That's the reason we can't be too much together, because
they butt heads really easily.
Him and my husband and me.
It's always entertaining. Family dinners are always entertaining. But yeah, so I looked up and asked him if he had heard about this, and he had heard like inklings about it. But yeah, so it's very interesting. So yeah, Canada's global reset plan. Is there a chance that it's true that all of these things are going to come down and harsher?
And especially the army will be involved.
Yeah, especially with army getting involved.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. In Middle Ages, when they had the castles, they built them and they put around
the moat,
water around this, and there was a bridge that they would put down. And, yeah. So for the night, for the protection, so they were not attacked in the night. So they were, if someone was outside, that was their choice. They can be robbed, they can be vulnerable. But the people in the castle were protected in the city. The same thing, they will try it to make some rules so that the spread is not it will be temporary, it's not forever, but it will be a dark night that they have to protect us. Changing direction, surprise, they will put some laws. There will be some laws. I'm not saying that they will be as restricted as that email shows that it was leaked, but it will be restrictions.
There will be more restrictions.
Yeah, we have to be prepared for another bad time in the winter, because it's getting to the point that people are. I remember a few months ago I was panicking going anywhere the first weeks.
Yep.
I was upset with my husband. You don't have to go to the store to buy something. Yes, I have to. No, you don't. Put the mask, put the gloves. No one is wearing gloves anymore. But I think that will come back somehow to hurt us, because people are starting to be too cocky.
Yeah. I said during the live stream, I even was invited to this kind of party for a music release, and I was invited by a good friend, and I looked at her and I said, I can't. I just, there's too many active cases starting to really build up in our small town again, and for the most part, people are pretty good about wearing masks, but it's not mandatory. And there are those that still just
don't think
really
that they
don't
have
care.
to.
Yeah.
So we have 39 cases yesterday, but today who knows how many. And
those are just our active cases within our little town.
And one person had died. It's not comparing what's going on in other countries, but our province is only 4.5 million people, and it's as big as Poland. So we shouldn't have that much cases anyhow.
A lot of it right now is in the school system too, right? Like,
that's related mostly to the teenagers. Yes,
they have a hard time with this, and I get it. Like when you're a teenager, you want to see your friends, you want to be socializing. There's clips coming around, and I find this out because, of course, I teach teenagers, and they're always all too excited to tell me what the latest gossip is. But I guess there was one of the causes of one of the spreads was they decided to go out and have this like outdoor party, but it was also like just make-out sessions and sharing drinks and all of this,
kissing each other, because I remember when my kids were young, that was so common. They would go with me to the mall and they were hugging each other. In Canada, that's so common. You hug everyone. And I was walking behind them and looking, okay, where is the next one coming?
That's been one of the hardest things for me, like during this whole lockdown too, because I'm a very huggy person.
Me too.
Like normally all my students like come up and give me big hugs, and now we just air hug, and it's hard. Like I miss having that connection with my students.
We were doing antique shows for many years, and it was like a huge big family of the people who were doing the shows, and my husband was walking behind me after we unpack everything, and I was going and seeing who is on the show, and be careful, hockey lady is coming. And he was getting hugs too. It's not only me, but it is so common over here to give hugs. I can't. I'm not. I didn't give any hugs since beginning of the year, and just you,
just me,
and Roman, because it's you can't really.
Yeah. So we have
just
to
my
safe.
brother and his wife, and so on. So it's just the family.
Yeah.
Not
anybody, not our friends or anything.
No. So the circle of good energy. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I have this new
idea.
I just wanted, we love the live stream because of the connection that we get to have, and I realize that not everybody is able to do that at this time, and that's
understandable.
Fine.
Yes.
So I wanted to find a different way of maybe continuing that connection with you guys from at home. And I know that especially during all these lockdowns, during the crown bug, connection is something that we need, and we need to be able to support each other. So what I'd like to do is on Monday mornings, I'm going to jump onto that community page and do a quick post. And essentially I want to do a circle of good energy requests. So if anybody has anything that they are struggling with, that they just would love some extra, positive energy or vibes sent their way, so that they can feel that circle of energy and know that they are supported and that people care about them, then this would be a good way for us to be able to reach out to one another and to have that. So then you would, so I would do my post of, does anybody have any requests for this good energy? And then underneath you can comment, you don't have to tell us what you're going through if you don't want to, but you can just say, yeah, you know what, I would love some vibes. And then that way, we can all take the time to kind of go through that list and really take the time to send it their way, and so that they feel that love and support and hopefully help them get through it. So, yeah.
Okay. The circle.
And speaking of our good circle of energy.
Yeah. We will support each other with the circle, and I wish we all can connect, we all can send love to each other, and we can protect each other. We can feel like a big family, protected with the light, like you said. That she did a wonderful speech. You want to say it something?
Okay.
Okay. I put her on the spot
earlier today. That's okay. It's good for me. So I'll kind of repeat what I said earlier. So I want you guys to just really imagine that there's this beautiful, warm, yellow light, and it's surrounding you, it's filling you, and it's just, I want you guys to feel that love and that support, that you are cared for, and that you can get through anything that might be thrown your way, and that you're going to find that balance, and you're going to find a sense of calm within your life to help you get through whatever you might be going through right now. And just know, again, you are loved, you are cared for, and you are supported.
Yeah, and there is someone who is pretending to be very tough, very strong. Take off that mask and be yourself, and feel that you can have feelings. You can feel vulnerable. Don't let yourself to be over strong. People needs to feel sometimes even pain, but we are vulnerable, all of us. Our best wishes. I saw someone with the mask, so
it's okay to
be
open up and to show what you're going through.
Okay, take care of yourself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, we just want to give a quick little how-to if you are interested in booking a private reading with Psychic Violetta. So first thing you're going to do is head on over to her website, psychicvioletta.com. And then if you look over here, there is a tab for book readings. So you're going to click on that, which will populate the next page. Go. And then you can choose what kind of reading you would like. So you can do one by phone or by Skype, and then you would choose which one you like and click on Book Now. And then from there, you can go through and find a day or time that works best for you. Now, I will quickly mention to you guys that all the times that are listed are in Alberta time here in Canada. So you will want to make sure that you do a quick Google just to make sure that you choose a time that works for you, as these times are, as I said, for Alberta. So then you click on the time, and then it'll take you to options for making payment, and then you'll be all set for your reading with Psychic Violetta. Have a great day, guys.